that down. That I always think of. Greetings, my people. Greetings, my people. I greet you in the words of a BB Fahodier. Today is March 15th, 2022. 8:21 p.m. So you see by my topic, DL Hughley is fake pro-black and selective in his black issues. So I kind of want to start this. I don't like to drag it out. I kind of want to start this and break this down. Uh, Lately, he's been having a lot to say about Kanye. And look, you can feel how you want to feel about Kanye all you want, but sometimes we have to remove our emotions from things and just kind of deal with like I always say, it's not always about what's right or wrong, but what's appropriate. So this really stems back from what he and Kanye has going on. This stems back from him speaking on this man's children and his marriage and divorce. So I kind of started to notice things about DL Hughley, and this is why I have issues about these celebrities that kind of all they want to do is kind of speak on black issues, and we become mesmerized. They become the voice. They become the DL Hughley is the token ask a black guy. So a lot of times he goes on Vlad and he speaks these comments. You know, and the thing about Kanye that I'll say is everybody wants you to think this guy is mentally unstable. Now, does he have the mind of a white European at times where he wants to be like Gianni Versace? He wants to be like Walt Disney. He wants to be like all white men. So, like I said, we have to be objective in our feelings. But to come at him and they constantly make him the kind of like face of mental issues. They say, I remember one. The topic was if DL Hughley was something to the nature if Kanye is hearing if he's hearing voices, one should tell him to shut the f up. And there's the thing when it comes to Kanye being looked at mentally ill. So let me ask you this. How is it that Kanye is looked at mentally ill, but Bruce Jenner walks around looking like a whole monstrosity and a fool, and nobody questions his mental sanity? Think about that right quick. Everybody wants to say, oh, he crazy. Oh, he did. Two, nobody thinks about Kim has had, 2 or 3 divorces? But it's all her. He's stalking him. He's stalking her. He's this. See, this is why I say do not date outside your race. Date your people. Date within yours. I don't want to hear what black women take you through. I don't want to hear what black men take you through. We're not here for that. But it's always crazy that DL Hughley always has these things to say. He got so much to say on Bill Cosby. He got so much to say on just other people and just how black people are. But funny, an incident happened, and this is why I say he's selective. An incident happened with George Lopez in 2017. And I'm gonna play his Instagram clip. This is DL Hughley. I'm gonna play his Instagram clip, and I'm gonna let you guys decide for yourself. Hold on. That's what comics do. Listen, I'm not. Hold on. Now I got to get it right. A ticket to the show? Shut up. Nobody cares what you think. Hold on. That audience, George Lopez and I, we were playing a gig in Phoenix. One of the women got upset and started, obviously being disruptive, heckling. He called her name and put her out. That's what happens. That's what comics do. Listen, I'm not here to play with you. I'm going to get your ass out of there as soon as possible and as loudly as possible. You want to show your ass right here? This is what we're going to do it. And it's particularly silly to me for people that weren't even at the show to be offended. You didn't buy a ticket to the show? Shut up. Nobody cares what you think. That audience has every right. That's what they came to see. That's what they expected to see. That's what they got. If you're offended by a joke, don't go see certain people.
That's like going to a baseball game and a fit being angry. You got hit with a pop fly. That's what happens. If you sit courtside at a basketball game, somebody might run into you. You might get hit with a football. You might get hit. That's built in the price of ticket. The comedy is not subject to your societal norms.
Okay. So did you hear that? Okay. And notice how he downplayed it. Now I'm gonna read off what happened. Remember I said this happened in 2017. Notice how he kind of downplayed it. He kind of he minimized it to a joke. Well, here's the joke that Mr. Pro Black Man told people don't get in your feelings about. Okay, it says at a concert in Phoenix over the weekend, George Lopez joked, "There are only two rules in the Latino family: don't marry somebody black, and don't park in front of our house." Any context, okay, and I'm gonna read the article. Any context or tone beyond the words is hard to glean. However, as Lopez was pulled away from from finishing the bit by an objecting audience member who flipped Lopez off. In response, Lopez lost it. At first, offhandedly, telling the reportedly black and Mexican woman to sit your fucking ass down. He then ramped up his attack. He continued, "I'm talking, bitch. Sit your fucking ass down. You paid to see the show. Sit your ass down. You can't handle a joke. You're in the wrong motherfucking place. Sit your fucking ass down or get the fuck out of here. I'll make the choice for you. Get the fuck out of here." Only I read. So this joke that DL Hughley says in 2017 that if you and see, here's the thing about comedy. I paid to hear jokes. I ain't paid to get disrespected. I didn't pay. I didn't pay to. She didn't pay a ticket to be called bitches and degraded. Now this is Mr. Pro Black. This is Mr. Run to Everybody Aid. And always got something to say. But funny when it's George Lopez. Oh, it's just a joke. He says two things you don't do: marry somebody black and park in front of their houses. See, he's very selective. He's selective in the things that he had to say about Bill Cosby. I'm not getting into that. He's selective with the things he said about Bill Cosby. He's selective with a lot of other things. But somehow he says, "Oh, she was a heckler." She was not a heckler. She was a woman that didn't take kindly to the joke. Now let's flip it around. And had there been a homosexual joke, or and the person wouldn't have got it, and the homosexuals would have been offended, how we think that would have turned out? George Lopez would have had to issue an apology. He didn't issue an apology to that, because that's what we do. We degrade our people, and nobody ever have to say sorry. Nobody ever apologizes to our people. Nobody ever apologizes to our women for degrading them. But he gets on Vlad TV, and he's one of Vlad's biggest mouths. Ask a black guy, and we know how Vlad get down. See, this is, and like I said in the beginning, this is why I can't stand these celebrity ask a black guy token Negroes, because they go wherever the wind blow. And see, that's what I'm. So, in a sense, it all came down. I don't have a say in Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Sometimes you gotta mind your business. Sometimes mind your business down low, Hughley. But we always want to hear what a celebrity think about a black issue. He tells you what he thinks. He told you what he think right there. He told you what he think in that issue. He said, if you can't take a joke, if you can't take somebody disrespect, and the way he flipped on a woman to made it seem like she was the antagonist. Because there's honor amongst comedians. He's a comedian first. He's not black first. So that's all I'm saying. We got to stop getting caught up in this. And we got to pay attention to more of D.L. Hughley stuff. Like, he's been a fraud. He's been a fraud. Like, he's a fraud when he speaks on Barack Obama issues. Anybody that's supposed to be leading you and teaching you at a higher conscious awakening black level, if they still think Barack Obama was somebody that we need to kind of revere, they not it. They reading blank pages. You get what I'm saying? I'm making sense? So that's all I'm saying. Who is this? Abortion, the overlooked tragedy for Black Americans. I don't know who that. I don't know what you're referring to, Daniel Maxwell. Can you elaborate more on what you're talking about? But yeah, I just wanted to put that in there. I just kind of wanted to put that. I'm not going to be long in this video, but I just kind of wanted to put that out there and put that in the atmosphere to let people know. That's a 2017 article. Go to it about George Lopez's views on black people, or George Lopez's racist views, and see what he thinks. See what your favorite. See what just comedy. Comedy isn't insulting people. That's why I'm not into people like T.K. Kirkland. I'm not into people that just want to talk nasty and turn around and insult the audience. That's not comedy. That's not what Eddie Murphy had to do. He would crack on the audience. Bernie Mac would crack on the audience. But to turn around and say, sit down, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Hold on, Mr. Pro-Black man. Did you not hear? So one more time for the people, so for the people that just came in, I just want to play last time before I get out of here on what Mr. Pro-Black D.L. Hughley thought about that. I'll play it over.
George Lopez and I were playing a gig in Phoenix. One of the women got upset and started, obviously being disruptive, heckling. He called her name and put her out.
Called her name.
That's what comics do. Listen, I'm not here to play with you. I'm going to get your ass out of there as soon as possible and as loudly as possible. You want to show your ass right here? This is what we're going to do it. And it's particularly silly to me for people that weren't even at the show to be offended. You didn't buy a ticket to the show. Shut up. Nobody cares what you think. That audience has every right. That's what they came to see. That's what they expected to see. That's what they got. If you're offended by a joke, don't go see certain people. That's like going to a baseball game and a fit being angry. You got hit with a pop fly. That's what happens. If you sit courtside at a basketball game, somebody might run into you. You might get hit with a football. You might get it. That's built in the price of ticket. The comedy is not subject to your societal norms.
Then he said, okay, so before I close out, so look at how he says it's funny the people that weren't there got offended. That's not your basically saying you ain't got nothing to do with it. But yet he speak on Kanye's marriage. You ain't got nothing to do with that. Hypocritical. Like I said, he reduced it to, he called her a name. He didn't call her name down low. He called her a bitch. After insulting and making uncool jokes about black people and Mexicans. That's why I'm not on the whole black and brown kick, because he tell you what they think. So that's all I just want to say. I'm not going to be long on this video. I leave you in how I greeted you. Stay sucker free. Continue to be sucker duckers. Celebrities are not leaders. Say it with me. Celebrities are not leaders. Especially comedians. He tell knock jokes. So I leave you how I greeted you in the words of a BB Fahodier. African liberation for African people. Peace.